Welcome to the Karma Verdict. Let us get started with today's story. My girlfriend leaned across the table and said, "My ex had better taste. This place is honestly sad." A few people heard it. I did not react. Noted. I stood up, settled the bill quietly, and walked out alone. Later that night, she finally noticed what I had taken with me. And that is when everything stopped. I am 34. Been with my girlfriend for about 18 months. Met her through a work friend who thought we would be a good match. She is a paralegal. I am in civil engineering. We clicked pretty fast, moved in together after a year, split rent, split bills. Seemed like we were building something solid. Her ex came up occasionally in conversation. They dated for 3 years, broken up about 6 months before she and I met. From what she had told me, he was some finance guy who made good money, took her to expensive places, bought her designer things. She always framed it as he tried to buy my affection. But there was this tone in her voice when she talked about those times, like she missed it. I am not a finance guy. I make decent money, but I am practical. I do not see the point in dropping $300 on a dinner when you can get the same quality for half that. She said she appreciated that about me at first. "You are real," she would say, not trying to impress me with money. But lately the comments started. Small ones at first. "My ex used to take me to this place downtown. It was really nice. Oh, he got me a bag like that once. Mine was the leather version, though. We went to this resort in the mountains. It was incredible. 5-star everything." I would ignore them mostly. Figured she was just reminiscing. No harm in that. But they got more frequent, more pointed. Last Friday, I made reservations at this Italian place I had been wanting to try. Nothing fancy, but good reviews. Reasonable prices, authentic food. I thought it would be a nice Friday night out. We got there around 7 o'clock. The place was cozy, family-run, checkered tablecloths, candles, that kind of vibe. I liked it immediately. She looked around with this expression I could not quite read. "This is quaint." Yeah, I thought it looked nice. Reviews are really good. We sat down, looked at the menus. I ordered a pasta dish. She got chicken piccata. Conversation was fine at first. Work stuff, weekend plans, normal things. Then our food came. Mine was great. Hers looked good, too, but she picked at it, pushing things around on her plate. "Everything okay?" I asked. "It is fine. You are not eating much. I am just not that hungry. You said you were starving in the car." "Well, now I am not." I let it drop. Tried to enjoy my meal. The couple at the table next to us was celebrating an anniversary. All smiles and hand-holding. The waiter brought them complimentary dessert. My girlfriend watched them, then looked back at our table. Then she leaned across the table and said, loud enough that the couple next to us, and probably the one behind them, heard, "My ex had better taste. This place is honestly sad." I put my fork down. Looked at her. She was just sitting there, arms crossed, waiting for me to react. I did not give her one. "Noted," I said. Signaled the waiter, asked for the check. He brought it quickly, probably sensed the tension. I paid cash, left a decent tip even though I wanted to get out of there. Stood up, put on my jacket. "What are you doing?" she asked. "Leaving? We have not finished. You have not. I have. I will see you at home." "You are just going to leave me here?" "You have your phone. You can call an Uber or your ex, since he has such great taste." I walked out, heard her call after me, but I kept walking. Got in my car, drove home. Update 1. When I got home, I did something I had been considering for a while. Went into our bedroom, opened the closet, started packing my stuff. Not everything, just clothes and toiletries for a few days. Put them in a duffel bag. Then I went to our home office where we both kept personal files. Found the folder with our apartment lease. We were both on it, split 50-50. Also found the folder with my important documents, birth certificate, passport, social security card, bank statements. I took all of it, my documents, my copy of the lease, everything with my name on it, packed it in my laptop bag. Then I sat down and wrote a note. Simple, direct, taking some time to think about things. "We'll be in touch about the apartment and splitting up belongings. Do not contact me unless it is urgent." Left it on the kitchen counter, grabbed my bags, loaded them in my car, drove to a hotel about 20 minutes away, checked in, went to my room, and finally let myself process what had happened. She had embarrassed me in public, compared me to her ex, made it clear that what I provided was not good enough, and she had done it casually, like it was just a statement of fact. My phone started blowing up around 9 p.m. Texts, Calls, voicemails. Where are you? Why are your clothes gone? What is this note? You are being ridiculous. Call me now. This is childish. I did not respond to any of them. Just turned my phone on silent and went to bed. Update 2. Saturday morning, I woke up to 17 missed calls and about 30 text messages. I scrolled through them. They ranged from angry to apologetic to confused to angry again. The most recent one from 2 a.m. I get it now. You took your documents. You are actually leaving. Over one comment? Seriously? I finally responded. It was not one comment. It has been months of comments. Last night was just the last one. Her reply came immediately. So you are breaking up with me over this? I am taking space to figure out if this relationship is what I want. That is basically breaking up. Call it whatever you want. You are being dramatic. Maybe, but I am also being clear about my boundaries. What boundaries? I made one joke, and you are throwing away 18 months? It was not a joke. You meant it. And it is not 18 months I am worried about. It is the next 18 months, and the 18 after that, listening to how I do not measure up to your ex. She did not respond after that. I spent Saturday doing normal things, went to the gym, got lunch, caught a movie, kept my phone off except to check it periodically. Around 5 p.m., got a text from her. I talked to my mom. She thinks you are being unreasonable. That is her opinion. She said I should find someone who is not so sensitive. Maybe you should. Is that what you want? I want someone who does not publicly humiliate me and then tell me I am being sensitive. I did not humiliate you. You compared me to your ex in a restaurant full of people. What would you call it? No response for 2 hours. Then I am sorry. I did not realize it hurt you that much. That is the problem. You did not think about whether it would hurt me at all. So, what now? You just stay in a hotel forever? Until I figure out what I want. And I am just supposed to wait? Do whatever you want. Update 3. Sunday, she showed up at the hotel. Do not know how she found me. Probably called around to hotels near our place until one confirmed I was a guest. Hotels are not supposed to do that, but apparently, she was convincing. I was coming back from getting breakfast when I saw her in the lobby. She spotted me immediately, walked over. We need to talk, she said. I told you I needed space. You have had 2 days. That is enough space. That is not how this works. Then tell me how it works, because right now you are just avoiding the problem. The problem is that you do not respect me. That is not something I can fix by talking to you. I do respect you. You compared me to your ex in public, loudly. You said the place I chose was sad. How is that respect? People in the lobby were starting to look. She noticed, lowered her voice. Can we at least go somewhere private to talk about this? No. Why not? Because nothing has changed. You still think I am overreacting. You still think this is about one comment. You do not get it. Then help me get it. I cannot help you understand something you do not want to understand. You liked your ex's lifestyle. You miss it. I cannot be him, and I should not have to try. I do not want you to be him. Then why do you keep comparing me to him? Every restaurant is not fancy enough. Every gift is not expensive enough. Every experience is not as good as what he gave you. I am tired of competing with a ghost. You are not competing. That is exactly what I am doing, and I am losing apparently because this place is sad. And he had better taste. She started crying. Real tears this time, not the manipulative kind. I did not mean it like that. I was just, I do not know, being stupid. I am sorry. I appreciate the apology, but sorry does not undo what you said or how you have been making me feel for months. So, that is it? We are done? I do not know. Maybe. I need more time to think. How much time? As much as I need. And I am just supposed to sit around waiting? Do what you think is best for you. I am doing what is best for me. She left crying. I felt bad, but I also felt relieved. Like I had finally said what I had been holding in. Update 4. Monday, I went to work like normal. Told my boss I was dealing with some personal stuff and might need a few days off in the near future. He was cool about it. Said to let him know what I needed. Got a text from her around lunch. I cleaned out your stuff from the bathroom. It is in boxes by the door if you want to come get it. Thanks. I will grab it this week. Are you planning to move out permanently? I've not decided yet. The rent is due Friday. I cannot afford this place alone. I will pay my half this month. After that, we need to figure out what we are doing with the lease. So, you are moving out. I am saying we need to figure it out. This is so messed up. I did not respond. Wednesday. I went to the apartment when I knew she would be at work, let myself in, grabbed the boxes she had left. Also grabbed some other things. My tools from the garage, some books, a few kitchen items that were specifically mine. Left my key on the counter with a note, paid my half of rent. Let me know if you want to break the lease early or find a new roommate. I am flexible. Her response came an hour later. Roommate? That is what I am to you now? That is what you felt like lately. Honestly. That is not fair. Maybe not. But it is honest. I miss you. I miss the version of us that existed before all the comparisons. Can we try to get back to that? I do not know if we can. That is what I am trying to figure out. I am willing to work on it. Working on it means acknowledging there is a problem, which you spent 2 days denying. I am acknowledging it now. Because I left, not because you recognized it yourself. Does that matter? Yeah, it does. Update 5. It has been 2 weeks since the restaurant incident. I am still at the hotel, though I am looking at getting a month-to-month rental. Need something more permanent than a hotel, but do not want to sign a long lease until I figure out what I am doing. She has texted a few times, mostly apologetic now. I realize I was taking you for granted. I should not have compared you to my ex. I was being shallow, and I am sorry. I believe she means it. But I also think she only means it because I left. If I had stayed, if I had just swallowed my hurt and moved on like I had with all the other comments, nothing would have changed. I am not angry anymore. Just tired. Tired of not feeling like I am enough. Tired of being compared. Tired of feeling like I am auditioning for a role in someone else's memory of a relationship. A few friends have asked what happened. I give them the short version, relationship issues, taking some time apart. Most of them nod knowingly, do not push for details. One friend, the one who introduced us, apologized. I thought you two were good together. Guess I was wrong. You were not wrong. We were good. For a while. What changed? She still had feelings for her old life. I could not compete with that. That is rough, man. Yeah. Her mom called me last week. That was weird. Told me I was being immature, that all couples fight, that I should forgive her and move on. With all due respect, this is not about forgiveness. It is about whether I want to be in a relationship where I constantly feel inadequate. She made one mistake. It was not one mistake. But I appreciate you reaching out. I hung up before she could continue. During this time, I have been doing a lot of thinking. Not just about her and what happened, but about patterns in my life. I have always been the practical one, the steady one, the guy who does not make waves. And I have dated women who initially said they appreciated that, then slowly started to resent it. My ex before this one did something similar. Different specifics, same basic theme. I was not exciting enough, did not take enough risks, was too predictable. We would be out with her friends, and I would catch these looks. These little comments about how her friend's boyfriend was more adventurous or spontaneous. I am starting to realize that maybe I am attracted to people who ultimately want something I cannot or do not want to provide. Or maybe they are attracted to the stability I offer until they get bored with it. Either way, the pattern needs to break. Update 6. 3 weeks in, something unexpected happened. I was at a coffee shop near my hotel when I saw him, her ex, the finance guy. I recognized him from photos she had shown me back when we first started dating. He was alone, working on his laptop. I debated whether to approach him, then figured why not. Walked over to his table. Hey, this might be weird, but you used to date my girlfriend. Well, ex-girlfriend now, I guess. He looked up, confused at first, then recognition dawned. Oh, yeah, you are the engineer, right? That is me. Sit down, man. Want some coffee or something? I sat. He bought me a coffee. We talked for about an hour. Turns out he had broken up with her for similar reasons. She had this way of always wanting more, he explained. I would take her somewhere nice. She would enjoy it, but then a week later, she would mention some other place that was nicer. I bought her a bag. She loved it. But then she would see someone with a better one. It was exhausting. So, the fancy lifestyle was never enough. That is why I ended it. I realized I could make $1 million a year, and she would still find something to be unsatisfied about. She makes it sound like you were the problem. I probably was in some ways. I was working too much, not present enough, but the constant need for more, for better, for something else, that was all her. Did you know she was comparing me to you? Seriously? Man, that is rough. She did that to me too, actually. Compared me to the guy before me. I should have seen the pattern. We exchanged numbers, promised to grab a beer sometime. Walking back to my hotel, I felt this strange sense of validation. It was not just me. I was not being too sensitive or dramatic. This was who she was. That evening, I texted her. "I met your ex today. Had an interesting conversation." Her response came fast. "You did what?" "Ran into him at a coffee shop. We talked." "What did he say about me?" "Enough to confirm that what I have been feeling is not unique to our relationship. He is lying." "Why would he lie?" "He does not have anything to gain from it." "To make himself look better." "He admitted his own faults, but he also confirmed that you have a pattern of never being satisfied." "I cannot believe you are taking his word over mine." "I am not. I am recognizing that two different people in two different relationships notice the same behavior." She did not respond for hours. Then, late that night, "Maybe I do have a problem. Maybe I am never happy with what I have, but I am trying to work on it. I hope you do, but I cannot be the person you practice on." "So, we are definitely over?" "Yeah, I think we are." Final update. It has been 2 months now. I signed a 6-month lease on a 1-bedroom apartment. Nothing fancy, but it is mine. Moved my stuff out of the old place while she was at work. Left my half of next month's rent in an envelope with a note that I was off the lease, and she would need to work with the landlord to get me officially removed. She texted, "I cannot believe you are really doing this. We want different things. Better to figure that out now than 5 years from now." "I changed my mind about what I want." "You changed your mind because I left. That is not the same as actually changing." "How do you know I will not actually change?" "I do not. But I am not interested in waiting around to find out." "So, you never really loved me?" "That is not true. But love is not enough if I do not also feel respected." "I respect you." "You did not." "Maybe you do now, but only because I left." "That is not respect. That is regret." She did not respond after that. Last week, I went back to that Italian restaurant. Took a different friend this time. We had a great meal, lots of laughs. Nobody made any comparisons to anyone's ex. The waiter recognized me, did not mention anything about last time. Professional guy. My friend asked me if I missed her. Sometimes, but mostly I miss the idea of what we could have been, not what we actually were. That is honest. That is all I have got right now. You doing okay though? Yeah. Better than I expected, actually. Good. You deserve better than someone who makes you feel like about yourself. Thanks, man. I saw her at a mutual friend's birthday party 2 weeks ago. We did not talk, just acknowledged each other with a nod across the room. She was with some guy I did not recognize. Could have been a friend. Could have been a date. Did not matter to me either way. She looked different somehow. More put together maybe, or trying harder. He was wearing an expensive-looking watch. Our mutual friend pulled me aside later. "You holding up okay?" "Yeah. I am good. She asked about you earlier before you got here." "What did she say?" "Asked how you were doing, if you were seeing anyone." "I told her you seemed fine." "Thanks. For what it is worth, I think you made the right call. She is already doing the same thing with the new guy. I heard her mention her ex, you, I guess, took her to better bars." I laughed. Could not help it. Of course she is. Some people never learn. Not my problem anymore. And it really was not. Standing there at that party, watching her from across the room with her new guy, I felt nothing. No jealousy, no regret, no anger. Just a quiet gratitude that I had walked away when I did. I am 34. Single again, living alone, and slowly rebuilding my sense of self-worth. That night at the restaurant showed me something important. I was willing to tolerate disrespect until it became public. And then, instead of addressing it, I just took my dignity and left. I am not sure if that makes me strong or avoidant, probably a bit of both. But I do know this. The thing I took with me that night, the thing she did not notice until later, was not just my pride. It was my willingness to stay in a relationship where I was constantly being measured against someone else and found wanting. And once you take that back, once you reclaim that boundary, you cannot just return it because someone apologizes. Some things, once you walk away from them, need to stay walked away from. She probably thought I took my keys, my documents, my belongings, and I did. But what really mattered was taking back my self-respect, and that is the one thing she cannot convince me to give back, no matter how many apologies or promises she makes. I am not bitter about it. Just clear. Clear that I would rather be alone than feel insufficient. Clear that past relationships should stay in the past, not be constant benchmarks for the present. Clear that when someone shows you what they think of you, especially in public, you should believe them the first time. The restaurant was not sad. Our relationship was. And the only thing I regret is not walking out sooner. Her ex was right about one thing. It was exhausting, constantly trying to measure up to memories that probably were not even accurate. Constantly feeling like every gesture, every date, every choice was being compared to some highlight reel from her past. The thing is, I am a good person. I treat people well. I am reliable. I am honest. But none of that mattered because I was not him. And I finally realized that was never going to change. So, I took back the one thing I could control, my presence. And that is what stopped everything. Not the walking out of the restaurant, not the packing my bags, not even the conversation in the hotel lobby. What stopped everything was the moment I decided I was worth more than being someone's consolation prize. She will probably do the same thing to the new guy. Compare him to me, or to her ex before me, or to whoever comes next. That is her pattern. But that is not my problem anymore. I am rebuilding, one day at a time, one decision at a time. And the next person I date, I will be watching for those signs. The comparisons, the dissatisfaction, the constant need for more. And if I see them, I will not wait 18 months and a public humiliation to walk away. I will just leave the bill on the table and go. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with our upcoming stories. Your support means the world to us.